It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll get to see a battle for conference superiority. It's gonna be a good one on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. Great to have you with us in this primetime battle. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. Under the lights, we'll be putting in the spotlight the running backs. These are two teams, Greg, with backs who can tote it and carry it and make guys miss. They're going to give us a fun old-school game on the ground here tonight.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool, Mike, because, I mean, how many of these games have you and I done where we start out saying, all right, the quarterbacks, the wide receiver, these two electric passing games, that's how these offenses are built. But now we have a little bit of a throwback, and for two teams that unapologetically say, we are going to run our offense through the running back position, we don't see that so often anymore. So for two guys like us that understand and appreciate the legacy and the history of this game, I think it's kind of fun.
Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Well, the Jets come out with Aaron Rodgers, of course. All the buildup in 2023, it lasted all of 4 snaps, but the man is a legend. A Super Bowl champ, 10-time Pro Bowler. Greg, his 20th NFL season.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Another run here with Hall. And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early third down coming up.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. First and second down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Here come the 49ers, and they are led by Brock Purdy. You know the story, taken last in the 2022 draft. The last 2 seasons, he has led the Niners deep in the playoffs, and it's his 3rd season, Greg, as the QB for San Francisco.
Sometimes we can make NFL football so complicated, Mike. There's different schemes, the personnel, different approaches to how to play the game. But when it all comes down to it, the best teams in the league, they simply just find a way to win. It might look different week in and week out. It might take 40 passes or it might take 40 runs. It could be a shootout or a slugfest. It doesn't matter. They are comfortable operating in all situations, and man, all you got to do, like Al Davis said, just win, baby. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
The NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Christian McCaffrey. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. Needing a yard, they throw with Purdy. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. It's up and through. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense ready to see the football for the second time. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That's caught by the tight end, Tyler Conklin. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Third down, 3 to go. Rodgers going up top again. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Niners offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Samuel has it working the middle. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To the right side, this is McCaffrey. And he's trying to turn the corner, but will not do it. Brought down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
First and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to take this one all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. On is Moody to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Davis now to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Back to the left side, pulled in by Conklin. 11 yards on the connection there. Good for a Jets first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
He was looking for Malachi Corley, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Again, it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath we've seen a few times, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. The Niners have the early advantage. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the gun, it's Purdy. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he's not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball. And that's about as good as it gets.
He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
Everyone notices the big play after the catch, Mike, right? That's the easy part, but don't take for granted or overlook how important ball placement is. Being able to hit your target in stride is the difference between a nice completion or a big chunk play like they had here. It allows them to turn into a runner faster, take advantage of that green grass, and big plays typically lead to points.
From the gun, it's a give to McCaffrey. Able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not a second. He'll be taken down for no gain right at the line of scrimmage.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
That's caught by McCaffrey. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Shotgun snap to Purdy. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
Udi's kick is good. And the Niners stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. Davis now to return it. Yeah! And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get back at it. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled. And he'll spin his way forward for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got the longtime Charger, Mike Williams. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Mike Williams, the one he was looking for, and that will lead to a 2nd down. Rodgers to throw. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Nice catch there by Williams, and he's able to move the chains. And while he finds himself now in a new uniform here in New York, it's just nice to see him able to return from injury just a year ago. He was signed by the Jets this offseason after coming off a really good run with the Chargers. He's already making his presence felt. He picks up a fresh set of downs.
First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch him off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Rodgers now. Catch made right side by Wilson. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. To the air once more. It's Rodgers. Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On third down, Rodgers. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. So, fourth down, and the veteran Greg Zuerlein on for the Jets. This a 44-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Jets are on the board just before halftime.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Ronnie Bell. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Brandon Ayuk heading back onto the field with his 49er teammates. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. So they come to the line for first down and 10. So Kittle comes in motion. Purdy on first down. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A big play there with Purdy to Ayuk. And even 50 yards.
The quarterback's going to get all the credit for the passing yards here, but Mike, you know what makes a really good quarterback? Really good weapons on offense, and this is a great example here why. Not a real deep pass, albeit accurate and on time, but then after the catch is where a bulk of the gain came from, and we're seeing that become a big part of NFL offenses. Not everything has to be a bomb downfield. Big plays can come from short throws.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Third and long. Here's Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the 49ers going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. Davis now to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Jets offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Coming free is Conklin. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. Jets are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Rodgers going up top again. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On comes Thomas Morstead as he's on to punt for the Jets. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He'll go right and find his running back.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
So we hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers in the lead as we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime reports. The Niners got a fine performance in the first half from one of their leaders, Brock Purdy. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Brock Purdy and the NFC champs back out to begin this next drive. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Throwing the out route, and Ayuk has it.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd and a yard. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage, and it sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie Mitch Wishnowsky to punt. Xavier Gibson deep to return. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Jets offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
Give up the middle with Hall. And he's shedding tacklers left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8.
Had ourselves a bit of a one-man wrecking crew out there for a minute, huh, Mike? I mean, dishing out punishment to every defender in his way. I'll tell you, the next guy who comes in one-on-one, he's going to have that run in the back of his mind.
They'll try to run for it with Hall. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. And the Jets have a 1st down.
You can see the trust they have in this running back and the offensive line. You're facing a 3 and out. You're trying to extend this drive, turn around, hand it to the guy behind you, and let him do the rest.
Off the play fake, Rodgers. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
You just don't see speed out of the tight end position like this guy, Mike. I mean, to catch an underneath ball and have the ability to turn into a runner, that's something we traditionally see from wide receivers and running backs, but this guy's as fast as anybody in the league.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the handoff, here comes Hall. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Play fake. It's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. On play action, Rodgers. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll try to run for it. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
On comes Greg Zuerlein to try the field goal. This will be a 46-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets are back within 2 scores.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here is Bell on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Niners offense ready to take over once again. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the 2nd half? Well, it took exactly 1 play to get our answer. They continue to get chunk plays like this. This thing could get out of reach fast.
And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. So Kittle comes in motion. On 2nd down, Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So Give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. 2nd time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Got his man at the 6. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
They'll throw again with Purdy. To the goal line and in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Moody now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the 49ers will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Gibson now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. A run here with Hall. Room to run at the 40. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A give. Here's Hall. He'll work forward for a couple. From off the edge, Nick Bosa with the stop. Second down and 8. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Rodgers to throw. That one taken in by Corley.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. 2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Still 1st down.
Now it is 1st and goal. Now it's a bootleg with Rodgers. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. Pass caught right side by Conklin. And he will get into the end zone. Tyler Conklin. Touchdown, New York. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. It's up and good. And the Jets are able to cut into the deficit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here is Bell on the return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy headed back on the field for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still second down.
Throwing on second down is Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
This defense in desperate need of a stop, and here comes third down. He'll try and get there on the ground.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force fourth down.
The 49ers out for the punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. That's right side and brought in by Williams. That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Good start there. Early completion, but now they've got to get across midfield and go. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops. There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Rodgers. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Yes, you have to operate out of the backfield like a traditional running back. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He'll let this one go long for Williams.
Nothing scarier for a quarterback, Mike, than to seeing that ball popped up in the air. It feels like that ball is in the air for an eternity, and all you hope is that it just harmlessly falls to the ground. And fortunately for the offense, that's exactly what it did.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. From their own territory, what a play on fourth down. 36 yards.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Play action now with Rodgers. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. Rodgers going up top again. And that is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Ooh. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on 4th down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
And he will score! Game on! Garrett Wilson! Touchdown, New York! Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now Zerline for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jets will cut the deficit to 7. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Here is Bell on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The 49ers offense and Brandon Ayuk ready to take over once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. First and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 9. A tight end in motion now. On the counter, it's McCaffrey. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll put Ayuk in motion. They'll drop to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
It is 2nd down and 5. From the gun, Rodgers. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
These are the type of plays that drive a coach crazy in the film room, and you have to learn as a quarterback to avoid. You can take some chances. You can push the ball downfield, but not only to pick up a couple yards. You got to pick your chances of when you want to be aggressive, and you got to make sure you make better decisions going forward.
That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And he's going to have the Jets' 1st down. Oh, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs. Now Rodgers. Now he takes off, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. He'll take a shot, looking for Wilson. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there, and we're likely down to a final snap.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, and at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender. And you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete. But if they continue to get that matchup, This quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Firing downfield for Conklin. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Here we go. One final play. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot on the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, and this one will come to an end. So the faithful here at Levi's Stadium are rewarded. It's a win for the 49ers. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and they send their fans home quite happy. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.